Scott being primarily a grappler, he's going to want to put Murjan in his back, grind him out, look to finish him with some ground and pound, and potentially catch him in a submission, depending on what presents itself.
Yeah, the thing with Brian Scott is he's a very explosive guy when it comes to knockouts, you know, and ground and pound. So I think it's going to be a lot of fireworks on this one.
Well, like I was saying, the key I think to beating Murjan is a lot of angles, circling right, setting up kicks, man. I know myself, I've been working a lot on body, head, stuff like that, so.
Title fight, and these are your 135-pound championship. Formal introductions. The following contest is being brought to you by all of our sponsors in the house here tonight. Larry Flint's Hustle of Detroit at I-75 Harlem Drive. Wayne Treat Manor, our beautiful location for our event this evening. And everyone who wants this, thank you so much for joining us. We're happy to have you in the house here tonight. Introducing your fighters. First, challenger to my left this evening. He is out of the blue GNC corner, wearing the multicolored suits at 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing 141 pounds. With a background in freestyle mixed martial arts, he proudly puts his 25 and 5 record on the line here tonight. On behalf of Kyle Inc., Defiant Industries, and Mid-Michigan Fight Club, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Brian!
Oh, it actually is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It actually is upside down this time.
Here's our one across the stage. One hand standing to my left. To the back. Very good hustle left corner. Going to a standing black trunks. Here's the body roll. He comes to a standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 135 pounds. He too, a freestyle mixed martial artist, with his 19 and 7 record on the line here tonight. On behalf of Kyle Inc., 10th base, Big Gun Tattoos, 2 designs, level up, replay, PFF, and your reigning, defending, Fight Boss Champion, ladies and gentlemen, Murjan, the Gardener. You're in charge of the action. Professional mixed martial artist, Danny McIntyre.
All right, this is it. Outlaws of the Heavyweight Championship. Folks, you the rules. No matter what you do, anybody what you do. I expect you to fight hard. Protect yourself.
I know those tights are actually illegal in a lot of pro organizations.
Yeah, because of the grip and the cloth on the lower part of the leg.
All right, I'm excited.
Here we go, main event. Flowers and Scott
Don't blink, party people.
for the interim 35 title belt.
Very nice right hand by Murjan.
Yeah. Don't really want to stand in the pocket.
If, like I was saying earlier, you got to circle the right on Murjan. If you look, he loads up that right hand.
Yeah. Whoa.
Caught him, hurt him.
Yeah.
Right here, Brian needs to set up that left high kick.
Yeah.
He's dropping his right hand a little bit, wincing on the right side.
Yeah, and he's struggling to see out of that eye because he got popped right on it.
Like I said, I don't know much about Brian, but he looks tough, man.
Yeah. Ooh, not a good fun spot to be in. Strong, too.
Yeah, to be able to have the double underhook like that on a guy with Murjan's strength, that shows how strong of a guy Scott actually is.
Yeah.
And that's a bad spot to be in, like you said.
That's some catch wrestling right there. Good position work right here.
Nice cage control from Scott.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing a
There
good
has to
job
be
so
something
far.
out in the water in Saginaw, man. These dudes are jacked.
Yeah. It's a big 135er. He's tall, too.
Beautiful utilization
Yeah.
of the foot stomps.
It's nice.
It's just,
Rarely ever see
somewhat
that.
of a forgotten art, but I'll tell you, they do a lot of damage, especially when you land them right.
Brian Scott's looking very impressive. Murjan just landed a tough knee, though.
Yeah. Bleeding out of the nose right now, Murjan.
I know
Looks like
Murjan's,
Scott's looking for an arm triangle potentially.
yeah. Murjan's last fight, he had a little bit of trouble with the takedown, so I want to see if he's worth that.
Yeah. Right now he's looking almost for a guillotine, but
It's a
not there. He needs to work on position at
He
this
needs
point.
to use that to get up against the fence and wall walk.
Yeah, that's his trouble.
Scott
He's
with
mounted.
it. Yeah.
Oh, great control, bringing him away from the cage, stopping that. Very, very nice. And nice and calm and collected.
Yeah, Scott looks very calm. He's in a
Yeah.
really good spot, but he's not being overzealous, taking his time.
Short time. This is survival time for Murjan.
Seconds. In the first round.
Looks like Brian's trying to set up some kind of arm lock.
One's in the books, and I gotta say that's 10-9 Scott.
I'd have to agree with that.
I have to agree. Scott
All right,
looks very calm and collected, very impressive, real strong.
Yeah, and he's barely, like, he doesn't look like he's breathing all that heavy at all.
No, he didn't waste any energy. You know, it seemed like every movement
I'm telling you
was pretty
something,
precise.
dude, there's something in the water out in Saginaw. This dude's
Yeah.
Jack City over here.
I see. When I seen him fight before, he trained with John Schultz, a new body, and he's a good guy, man. He's a really good fighter. I think he's still kind of holding back from opening up.
Maybe trying to drag him into deep water and then put the finishing touches on him. Not sure exactly if that's part of the game plan, or maybe there's some tentativeness because of the the spotlight. We'll see.
I think most of Scott's fights have been up north also.
Yep. Different competition, that's for sure.
Here's round number 2.
Seems to be a little bit of water on the mat.
That's the cornerman's responsibility. If that was Ben Lagman reffing, he would have taken a point. He has no patience for that.
I'm glad Murjan plugged it out for him. Murjan's still wincing that eye.
That eye,
Looks
yeah.
like there's a cut under it.
Yeah. Might have been like a knuckle or something going through there because that.
I like the switching of the stances from Brian Scott.
Yeah. Pretty elusive.
A little unorthodox with the approach toward the
Unorthodox
leg.
kind of, karate style.
It's almost similar to kind of like some of the things you might see from John Jones standing when he's throwing that front kick at the knee, just giving you a different, like you said, an unorthodox approach, and you're not used to training against that.
Looks
Could
like
give you trouble.
Yeah, it looks like Scott likes a little bit of Aldo and Silva mixed with a little bit
Yeah.
of John Jones. You can tell by his style.
Yeah, actually, a lot of the way he moves his feet, you see Gustafsson also with that. Feeling each other out right now. One thing Brian is hard to take down.
Nice.
Little Uchimata action and ended up getting the takedown. This time his guard, though, a little bit better off for Murjan.
Work it up going to that arm bar.
That's actually pretty.
Wow, nice angle by Murjan.
Yeah, he. I don't know if he noticed.
It's too
but
loose on the right side.
Yeah. And just everybody watching, there's no such thing as spiking when it comes to an armbar because he has the opportunity to let go and stop it at any time.
Yeah, Murjan's got to go underneath and actually go out the back door with that armbar.
Wow.
Brian Scott's very impressive.
Yeah, he's looked excellent.
That was pretty
so far.
deep, and he just shook it off in 2 shots.
Seems like Scott's very physically strong.
Yeah, because Murjan's a strong guy, but Scott seems to be the stronger of the two thus far.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not used to seeing him getting put on his back and not being able to get out of there.
Not at all. Murjan's usually the person that's overpowering the opponent.
Yeah. One thing to watch is a lot of the guys that fight a lot of their fights up north, they allow elbows for amateurs, so they got to be really alert and aware.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where you're so used to it, it's almost maybe at times a muscle memory thing, and could potentially get docked some points.
I think that a lot of that's on the trainer's responsibility, though. Like,
Yep.
coming up to a fight,
Keep
you should know
reminding
not
them,
to train any elbows.
Yep.
Yes.
I have to say, we're 2 rounds to none right now. I mean,
I agree.
2018 with 3 rounds to go. Long time to go, though.
Yeah, he's impressed me a lot.
Yeah, he looks
very
like
calm, under control.
Yeah, he's pretty much glue. When he's on top, he's just not giving up position at all.
I know a lot of what makes Murjan so good is his experience, but Brian Scott actually has more fights on paper than he does.
Exactly.
And I don't think Marjan's usually that used to that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Probably not.
Excellent point.
His last fight, Taylor Moore, was 7-0. Fight before that was TJ Ores, who was 4-0.
Yep.
I think
Brent Scott's breathing nice and comfortable.
Yeah, he doesn't look tired at all.
Nope.
Please let your hands, round of applause, show some love, one time for our main event fight here tonight. Mr. Flowers, Mr. Scott.
3rd round, he's still wincing. That eye is really irritated.
Brian's doing a really good job at circling to the right, getting away from that power hand of Murjan.
He goes switching that stance again.
And also, when Brian switches his stance to southpaw, he's keeping that foot on the outside of him.
Yep. Very intelligent fighting. Not a lot on the kick. Little small things like stepping off the angle when he kicks. Stuff I like.
You can tell Brian's very intelligent. Keeping that foot on the outside, circling to the right.
Yeah.
Setting everything up.
Yeah, he hasn't got overly wild in any particular point and put himself in a bad spot. He's fighting nice and calm, picking his shots.
Yeah, and that step back that he does there allows you to get an awful lot of space in one step rather than 2 shuffle steps.
I think if Murjan mixed up his low kicks, his body kicks a little bit, and set it up high, he'd probably catch him. Brian has a tendency to drop that left hand a lot.
Yeah. He dropped both hands, to be honest with you. So a lot. The right is all very often.
Whatever stance he switches to, he keeps the front hand down.
Yeah. Well, you can see. Yeah, Murjan is getting a little more confidence here, though, because he's getting closer and closer, and here we are. This is what we're used to seeing from him.
Yeah, let's see Scott's work from off his back.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, the experience. Both these guys are really experienced. I think Marjan's kind of coming into his own right now.
Yeah, I'd have to agree that this round he's looked much better. He's moved forward. And we have full mount. Yeah, this is... This is always trouble because it doesn't take all that much.
Murjan needs to circle him right, keep him away from that cage, keep his feet out of the cage.
Yeah, here's the... I am surprised with all the length of Brian Scott to not see him buck and try to get out of this, or even he had the opportunity to run the cage and he did not.
That is surprising, especially
Nice
considering
buck.
how triangles right there.
Yep.
Wow. Beautiful transition from Murjan. Right here, he needs to grab the ankle instead of the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Try to get that angle.
Control that posture and get off to that angle.
Nice. If he gets that hip out a little bit, he'll have it.
Step away.
Yeah.
Just got to underhook that right
Look for
leg.
Scott try to slam him
short
again.
time. And that's getting deeper and deeper, but that's very short time.
Good armbar transition, but oh my, was right there.
Wow. Well, I think Murjan just won a round.
I believe so too.
I give that round to Murjan.
Yeah.
I think he stole that round at the end.
I agree. And that was probably the closest we've been to a finish so far. If there was another 30 seconds on that round.
Yeah, who knows? That could be very well could have a new 35 interim champion.
We gotta wonder, what does that do to the confidence of Scott, and what does that do to the confidence of Murjan too?
Yeah,
I know my fight with Donnie Gorman, I ended around in the same position, and I felt like I kind of broke him when that happened.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, as a fighter, the strongest and weakest part of you is always going to be your mind. And if your mind goes, your body is going to follow immediately.
Most definitely.
And there's nothing scarier than a confident fighter who starts saying, I can do this.
Scott's actually breathing heavy now, breathing out of his mouth. Murjan looks calm.
Yep. Oh, he found his zone in that third round.
Very interesting. I'm excited to see what happens.
And we got to remember, Murjan is fighting this fight, essentially the entire fight, with one bad eye. He's still irritated in that eye.
Yeah.
And that was early in the first round.
And I know Murjan fights at 45 a lot too, so he had to cut weight for this fight.
Yeah. I could tell you just
like
from the size of Brian Scott too.
This is the Murjan I'm used to seeing. Super confident, landing good combos.
Yep.
Head up on his takedowns. He looks really good in this round.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, immediately used the takedown to pass. I mean, solid work from Murjan.
Yeah, both these guys travel between 135 and 145, and with Murjan even having 155 for a little bit. This is bad for Brian.
That shows the heart of Murjan, man. I mean, considerably lose the first 2 rounds and come back and win the next 2.
Yeah, and putting it on him.
Yeah, he should be bucking right now off that cage.
Interim title or not, man, Marjan's a true champ.
Yep.
So is Brian Scott.
These guys are tough. Big 135ers.
Huge 135ers.
Yeah. These guys are pro 135 size.
For sure, man. A lot of people tell me I need to go to 25.
And we've had this conversation a lot, Harley, about, you know, do you cut the weight to go down to a smaller weight class? I mean, how much does that take out of you physically? I think it's got to be on a fighter-to-fighter basis.
Well, yeah, it's definitely not a one-size-fits-all. Some fighters should probably put on some muscle, but you just to realize that it's funny. I told you guys earlier, Hector Lombard weighed in at 208 pounds yesterday. He just fought at 170. See,
That's
this
crazy.
is what people have to understand, that when you're fighting on a pro level,
Beautiful
what a
sweep.
Nice. You know, that's such a basic sweep, and it worked so well.
You know, it's honestly one of the first sweeps you actually probably learn in most jiu-jitsu, judo places, but honestly, it's still used really effectively.
It's number 2 in my gym. Like, that's the second one I show. Wow. See, basic stuff works really well, doesn't it?
Definitely. I mean, you look at a guy like Karan Gracie, just a dominant grappler, but he's not doing fancy barambolos.
Nope.
He's basic grappling, but it's so well tuned that it's dominant.
How much gas is Brian Scott going to have? This is a 10-8 potentially round here.
Yeah,
He's been beat down and mount for a round.
I know Marjan's been in the championship rounds a lot. I'm not sure about
he's on
Brian
fire
Scott,
now.
but
Yeah, he's on fire and
Do you see
Scott's
him?
fading.
He's fully believing in himself. He's not believing.
This
he
is
knows.
definitely the Marjan that we're used to. He's coming into his own right now, man.
Yes, indeed. Brian Scott's breathing fast, deep, and heavy. Not good.
So I think it's safe to say we got a 2-2 with this last round. I think the winner of this round probably going to take the fight.
It all depends on. I potentially would have this last round at 10-8 because he was fully mounted for a long period, twice.
I think it also depends on that third round. I mean, I think Scott was winning the first half, then Marjan stole it in the end, but never know how the judges are going to take.
Yeah.
I think Marjan needs to win this round decisively or finish him.
I would agree with that.
And
But yeah,
can be comfortable.
I would tell either corner right now. If I'm in either corner,
Go for
I would
broke,
tell them,
man.
yeah, go for broke.
3 minutes, just
Nothing
go
to
for
lose.
it.
Yeah, Brian Scott's still breathing much faster than Murjan.
Great show, sportsmanship.
Yeah. These guys are going to give us 3 more minutes of awesomeness before this night is over. And we have a new fight of the night, that's for sure.
No, definitely.
Nice takedown from Murjan.
Yeah.
See, from right here, Brian makes that angle go for that heel hook.
Yeah, that's
He
what I
kind of
was
lost
exactly
it now,
thinking.
but
Yeah.
now he needs to get his hips out or push off that cage. Wall walk, do something, man.
He needs to get out of this position, period. He will not win this fight or this round from here. And he cannot afford to get mounted again because I don't know if he can get out.
If he gets mounted, he could get finished, man.
Yeah.
We don't know how much he has left in the tank.
Yeah.
He needs to move.
Yeah.
Scott's have both underhooks. You should get off to the side, work to
I
potentially
think Scott's
sleep.
trying to get a stand-up, but I'm not sure if Marjan's in half guard or mount.
Half guard.
Half guard.
So
Okay.
there's a possibility to get there, but
It's going to be in a mountain second.
yeah, it looks like he's coming through. That's
Wow. Nice pass from Murjan.
it. My guess is this is
He
all
has him
she
in the
wrote.
middle of the cage, too.
Yeah.
Hard
Nice
shots.
Yeah, this is bad. Kudos to Brian.
That's it.
Oh, that's arm is straight.
Scott's got a hitchhiker out.
Murjan needs to point that thumb up.
Yep.
There he goes. Very nice.
Oh,
Beautiful,
there we go.
beautiful.
That's all she wrote.
Beautiful technique by Murjan.
There we go. What a
New
W.
interim 135-pound champion, Murjan Flowers. Scott was game, but in the championship rounds, Murjan showed why he is just that.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely, for sure, lost the first 2, and then what? He just came around, and when he started believing that he could do this, he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he peaked at the right moment.
Yeah, that elbow's gonna be sore. That was textbook.
That was awesome, though. I told him to put the thumb up and put the thumb up.
Yep.
It's like it could hear me. That was perfect. Great technique by Murjan.
Yeah, definitely, man. He showed definitely over the last couple of bouts some improved jiu-jitsu. His takedowns look good.
I'm very interested to see if Murjan goes pro after this or if me and him are fighting.
Yeah, I guess that we will have to wait to see based on what happens in your next fight.
it'd be a treat to watch you guys go at it, whether it be at the pro ranks or one of your last bouts at the amateur level.
At 1 minute and 36 seconds in the fifth and final round.
Don't be scared, homie.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
I need to Google some Nick Diaz lines.
I believe that was still.
All right, guys, what do you say we wrap this thing up?
Sounds good, guys. It was a pleasure, like always.